What is going on, guys? Had a slow start to the week. We only have 2 pickups so far, so let's just jump right into it. Both these are going to be for resale or trade or something because I'm not going to have any use for them. But first thing we picked up at Goodwill for $2.99, Aliens vs. Predator for the PlayStation 3. The game is complete. Man, one of these days I'm thinking about getting either a 360 or a PlayStation 3. I haven't really decided yet, but I don't know. It's cheap as we're finding these games at Goodwill. You might as well just keep them and save them. But anyway, all right. So I've had my eye on this at the thrift store for a couple weeks. It's actually more like a month. And every time I go in there, I kind of get the runaround. So today was on price. So today was kind of the day. Picked up a, I think this is a Pelican. A Pelican Universal Arcade Fighting Stick, still factory sealed. It's for the PlayStation 2, the Xbox, the GameCube, and the PS1. Now, this thing is pretty sweet. And you can see the price tag on it was $16.99. But if you look, it says that it's a white tag, but it's got this orange border on it. So I went in there. It's probably a month ago when white tags were 75% off, and I was going to jump all over this. And the lady told me, well, no, that's an orange tag. And I'm like, well, why is it marked white? I don't know. And I went in there last week, and it was marked at 25% off, and orange was 25% off. So I went back today, and it didn't have the 25% off sticker on it, but white was still 75% off. So I asked him, I said, well, is this white, or is this orange, or what is this? Because it says one thing, and you know, and they were like, well, I don't know. So they had to like go back and look in the records to see that last week it was like 25% off or something. So I ended up getting this for 50% off, long story short. So we ended up getting this fighting stick for, what's that, like $8.50, so like $9 with tax. I have not decided what I'm going to do with this. I don't know if I want to keep this or if I want to try and resell it, make some cash. I saw one of them was selling on eBay for $60, still factory sealed, but that auction ended with 0 bids, and there were some that sold for like $35 or $40. So I'm thinking probably right around the $35 mark on this, but for $9, that might be the price where I just keep it. So, all right, well, guys, that's all we got so far this week. Today's only Tuesday, and it's before noon, so we still got a lot of time left this week to find something. I have maybe an offer up thing in the works and maybe a Craigslist thing in the works, so we'll see if those, you know, whatever. Speaking of Craigslist, I had the shittiest, the worst thing that somebody could do to you on Craigslist happened to me this week. Guy posted, said Nintendo 64 with complete, you know, with the controller or whatever, cords, and 2 games, Army Men and Tony Hawk, and he only wanted $20 for it, for the whole thing. So I emailed him, you know, we started texting and stuff, and I'm like, hey, you know, I work night shift, I get off at 7 a.m. in the morning, I can pick it up right away. He's like, well, how about 9:30? And I'm like, sure, no problem. So the next day, I text him at like, or he texts me at 8, and he's like, hey man, sorry, I don't have the N64 anymore, I sold it to somebody else last night. Yeah, so that sucked. So, yeah, we could have another N64 for a great price, but whatever. We'll see if we can pick up anything else this week. Maybe try and hit some garage sales, but not looking too promising. We'll see you later. on, guys? You can tell I'm a little bit more enthusiastic now. We hit some garage sales. I'm not gonna lie, we did find some stuff. So yeah, we'll just jump right into it. I probably hit, I don't know, 25, 30 sales. A lot of community sales. So I love going to community sales because you can just park the car and you can just, you guys know how it is. Walk a couple blocks and hit, 10, 15 sales. But all right, so the first pickup got Grand Theft Auto 3 complete for the PlayStation 2. Didn't have this game. Paid $1 for it. So $1 for, Grand Theft Auto, I don't think is that bad. Like I said, the ice cream truck. Can you hear the ice cream truck? All right. Craziness. Hold on. All right, I was gonna edit that out, but thought I had some really nice dance moves right there. I got the window open and an ice cream truck just drove by. So if you guys just missed what was going on right there, that's what happened. All right, so continuing on our little journey. Parked the car. I could see at the bottom of the driveway he had a Halo Edition original Xbox. Couldn't see the price on it. There was a stack of games, so I walked up. He wanted $100 for about 6 games and a Halo Edition Xbox with the controller, and then he had, I don't know, maybe a 19-inch TV or something with it, I think, and maybe a 17, whatever, flat screen, and he wanted like $150 or something for the whole thing. So I asked him, I said, hey, would you sell some of the games separately? And he goes, yeah, but I know what all this stuff is worth. I looked it up online and yada, yada, yada. But when I was looking at the titles, I knew I had to kind of finagle my way in there. So I was like, I threw him out an offer, right? I was like, hey, how about $5 a piece? And he's like, well, it just kind of depends on the game, but yeah, that sounds about reasonable. So $20. I got 3 games for $20. Obviously, that's not $5 a piece, but these are better titles, I guess. Because I'm not paying $5 for Madden 2001. All right, so the first game we picked up, these, like I said, $20 for the lot. Castlevania, Curse of Darkness. That one is complete with the manual. Next game, Star Wars Battlefront. A game I just picked up for the PlayStation 2. That one is also complete. And then, of course, Star Wars Battlefront 2. This one is also complete. Now, I mean, we all know it's like a $30, $40 game, whatever. It's still holding its value. But I just got my Xbox recently, like within a year and a half. And if it wasn't for watching pickup videos and watching you guys, find them at Goodwills or whatever and talk about them, I probably wouldn't have even picked up these games up because I have them for PlayStation 2. But because there's a little bit of value there, they make great resale, trade bait, that kind of thing. With the new movies out, new movie coming out, I'm anticipating that the Battlefront games will get bump in price. And then there's even the new Battlefront game that's coming out. So I'm gonna start trying hoarding Star Wars games. So if I see like Lego Star Wars and that kind of stuff at Goodwill, I'm gonna go ahead and probably just end up buying them, even though I'll never play them. All right. So I hit up another garage sale, going around this community sale. And there's kind of a house that was kind of like, it was in the group, but it was like kind of off the beaten path. So I decided to kind of walk down there, and he had a Nintendo. So for $25, got a Nintendo with 2 controllers. Now this thing is Joe Dirt. This thing is dirty as hell. You see all the gunk in there. Yeah. It's all nasty. I believe the technical term is grody. I think that's the word. But it does work. I went ahead and after I finish filming, I'm going to go ahead and take it apart and clean it up. But, yeah, if you've never seen the inside of a Nintendo, which I can't imagine that a lot of you haven't, take this off. There's this RF shielding. Take the shielding off. And there's the business end right there where the cartridge goes in and everything else. So, yeah, so for $25 we picked up that Nintendo. Came with 2 controllers and 6 games. So, of course, Mario Duck Hunt, Double Dragon, see, I wanted to show that twice because it's Double Dragon. Friday the 13th. And then I have those 3 games, so I'll probably just bundle those with the console. But the 3 games that I didn't have that I'm going to keep, TNC Surf Design. Like I said, I don't own this game, and I didn't really know a lot about this game until I watched Benevolent Dick's channel. I think they did like a co-op bro-off challenge or something, and they played it. It's kind of like California games. There's like multiple events that you can play. Q-bert. I'll have to open that up because there's something rattling in there. But yeah, Q-bert. And I hope this ink comes off. This person wrote their name right on the label. Hopefully that'll come off. And then kind of the only game in there that I was really interested in was Kid Nicky Radical Ninja. So we're definitely going to give this one a try. And like I said, man, I hope this ink can come off. I don't know if I want to use a magic eraser, but we'll see. So I'm talking to the guy, and he's like, oh, yeah, it's the wife's and blah, blah, blah. And they had an Xbox controller for, they had a couple Xbox 360 controllers for $5 a piece. So for my daughter, I picked up the pink Xbox 360 wireless controller. And I said, well, would you do, you know, 25 for both? Would you do, I'll buy the Nintendo for 25 bucks, and then you just throw this controller in. And he was like, oh, hell yeah, definitely. So got an Xbox controller there for my daughter. It does work. She's been playing with it. She loves it. All right. The last thing we got, went to another garage sale, obviously, and we picked up a nice Game Boy lot. Now, see, she had 20 bucks on it. So I asked her, you know, I said, hey, what's the lowest that you would take on that? And she said, make me an offer. And so I threw out 10 bucks. I was like, hey, you know, would you sell it to me for 10 bucks? And she was like, well, how about 15? And strategy that I use is be interested but not interested but interested. And what I mean by that is be interested in the item, not interested in the price. And if you can't get the whole thing, then be interested in parts of it. So my strategy was, I said, would you take 10? She's like, 15. And I said, well, you know, I don't know. I mean, I really do like it. It's really nice. See, like, you're agreeing with them, like their price is a good price. But it's like, you know, could I just buy a couple of the games? Do you think you could just like sell me a couple of the games for $1 or $2? And at that point, they start kind of putting it in their head, like, well, he only wants one game, but why get $2 out of him when I can just get the whole 10? So she was like, oh, you know what? Just take it for 10. I'll sell it to you for 10. So for 10 bucks, at least that's my strategy. For 10 bucks, got a very nice condition Nintendo Game Boy. It does have the back cover. This thing does work. It fires right up, no problem. Of course, we got Tetris. Give me a second. We'll get these games out. Came with this case. It's also dirty as hell. But, you know, that's just plastic. That'll clean up real nice. So, Space Invaders. Miss Pac-Man. Get these closer. Tetris Plus. Here's the one I wanted. Kirby's Dream Land 2. Solitaire. Now, for some reason, this is like a $7 game on Game Boy. Which Game Boy games are typically pretty cheap. So, you know, we're getting into like a $10 game. Mole Mania. I don't know too much about that one. And then lastly, Battle Arena Toshinden. This fighting game. Alright, guys. Looking around, that's going to do it. I'm going to get this Nintendo cleaned up and move it. But yeah, I'm glad the week kind of turned around for us. Because it was looking bleak. You know, Aliens versus Predator and a fight stick for GameCube and PlayStation 2 isn't going to cut it for you guys. You know, I demand excellence. So, yeah. Guys, thanks for watching. The last thing we always do is we hit up the new subs. Duke Jaywalker, thank you for subscribing. Ridley Fights, thank you for subscribing. And I'm gonna butcher your name, my brother. Jason Cappingist. Thanks for subscribing, man. Change your last name to Smith or something. Make it a little bit easier for everybody. I don't know, bro. But again, thanks. Elway41177. Elway41177 actually posts some videos on his channel. He got a little series called Every NES Game in 2 Minutes, where he'll pop in an NES game and just play it for 2 minutes, you know, and kind of give you the thing. He also has this kind of goof video on there, I guess. It's he defeats Mike Tyson's Punch Out in 26 seconds, which everybody was just like, yeah, right. But it's kind of neat, you know, you hook it up with a Game Genie or use some code or something. Mike Tyson gets what he deserves. He gets punched like 4 times and night. He also did, you know, the Battletoads Turbo Tunnel Challenge, and he put all the Ninja Gaiden cutscenes together, you know, for Ninja Gaiden 1 and 2 and 3 to kind of make like a movie out of it, a cutscene movie, which it's kind of interesting to see them all back to back like that. But yeah, so I'll put a link in the description down below. Guys, hope you guys are having a great time that you're at, you know, Goodwills and garage sales and things like that. So I'll talk to you guys later, and peace out, and good luck with your garage sales.